Curlies! Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be showing you my complete styling routine for my wavy curly 2B to 3A hair. If you're new, my name is Sophia, and I post videos about hairstyles, hair care, and hair health. I post every Saturday morning, so don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified for every upload. So I'm gonna go wash my hair with the Maui Moisture Shea Butter Shampoo and the Maui Moisture Shea Butter Conditioner. And I'll be right back to show you how I style my hair. I usually style my hair in the bathroom right when I get out. However, it's kind of hard to film in there, so I'm in my room and I have just laid down 2 towels on the floor to catch all the water that falls. It's been like 10 minutes or so maybe since I got out, so my hair is not nearly as wet as when I first got out. So the first thing I'm going to do is put a little more water back into it. I'm going to start by sectioning off this top layer of hair. Now I'm going to split the remaining hair in half. I'm going to start on this left side and just spray it down. I actually like to work with a lot of water in my hair, like almost as if I had just stepped out from under the shower. So now that it is literally dripping, I'm going to put in the Curlsmith Hold Me Softly Style Balm. This is going to serve as both my leave-in and my curl cream. I'm going to use about that much, and I'm just going to smooth it and rake it into my hair. Now that all the product's off my hands and fully in my hair, I'm just going to brush through it a little bit. Now I'm going to go back through and I'm going to kind of see where it naturally would clump. So like that kind of is naturally clumping up. I'm going to brush through it a couple times. And then I'm going to give it one pass where I'm really brushing through and holding it at tension. So then I'm going to shake it out and scrunch it up. And I'm going to do this for this whole section. So I'm just going to kind of hold it like this and be like, that looks like a section that wants to clump. I'm going to try to alternate directions with my brushing. And then I'm going to go from the root and hold it at some tension and just pull the brush all the way through. Shake it out a little bit and scrunch it up. As I'm doing this, I'm trying to alternate directions with the brush so that my clumps don't stick together and form too huge of clumps. So I always take the front pieces and try to curl them away from my face. And then if I've curled a lot of pieces away, I'll curl some towards, just so that I can kind of get individual defined curls instead of those giant clumps. So although we do want clumps, we don't want them to be too big. So it looks like this is going to be my last section on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and give the whole side a few more scrunches. And now I'm going to add my gel. Sometimes at this stage I add a little more water, but it's feeling very hydrated at this point, so I think I'm good to apply my gel without adding more water. And for my gel, I'm using the Curlsmith In Shower Style Fixer. I'm going to use about this much on this side. I'm going to make sure to really warm it up in my hands first before I apply it to my hair. Alright, so now that this side is all done, I'm going to move over to this side and I'm going to follow the exact same pattern. Just to give you guys some more info about my hair, if you're looking for some tips and tricks for yourself. If you have similar hair, I consider my hair type to be somewhere between wavy and curly because I have pieces that kind of stay pretty straight and then I have pieces that actually kind of get full curls all the way down. So I'd say I'm probably somewhere between a 2B and a 3A depending on the hairpiece. And it's very common to have different types of hair on your head. I also would say I'm quite high porosity. My hair tends to soak up water really easily, and my hair also tends to dry really quickly and lose that water really easily. As far as density, I'm not as sure about that. I'd say I'm probably normal density-ish. I've really had a much harder time figuring that out, but my hair does not seem to be crazy thick or crazy thin, so I'm somewhere in the middle. And I think I'm also somewhere in the middle on strand size. That one I also have a really hard time with, but it's not crazy thin or crazy thick, so I'm probably somewhere in the middle of that one too. And that was my last piece, so I'm just gonna give it a couple scrunches as a whole and apply my gel to this section. Now that I have both of my like bottom main sections done, if I were to just start on the top right now and leave these parted, I would get like a really weird part down the back, and most of my hair would fall forward. So I'm gonna take it all around to the back and kind of bring it all over here and try to get it to like get some cohesion going on, so I don't have that weird part down the back. Because you can see a little bit here where it's like this is the right section, this is the left section, and they were pulled around and styled like that. So I found if I just kind of scrunch them together and focus on merging them in the back, that tends to help. And now it's looking a lot better in the back. We don't see any of those weird gaps. It just looks like hair. So this section I'm actually going to style more upwards and forward, so it gives me some more volume, and I also don't have to pick my part. I can style it all the same way and see where the hair falls. So I'm going to pull it forward in front of my face here. And it's so much fun when you just have like wet hair on your face. And I'm going to just spray it down with water just like I have for the other sections. This section tends to get a little more tangled because it was wrapped around with a hair tie and then I'm pulling it forward. So it gets kind of tangled in the wetting process. So I'm going to brush it through before I add my cream. So I'm working on completely tangle-free hair. And now that that's all brushed out, I'm just going to add my cream. And now I'm going to brush it through, and I'm going to follow the same general process I did on the other sections. Except instead of kind of finding its natural parts, this section tends to just clump together more because of the way I'm brushing it. So I'm just going to part horizontally this backmost section and pull it up. And I'm going to be brushing all of these kind of straight up and back. And then when it's brushed through and I'm ready, I'm just going to brush it like I did before. And I'm just going to go through alternating whether the brush is in front or the brush is in back, because that's going to create my different curl directions. Now I'm just going to take all those pieces and bring them back forward, do a little group scrunching, and add my gel. Now I'm going to do some more of that scrunching of all my hair so that I don't have some harsh part lines for my section. So I'm going to lean this back and bring it all around to one side. And just kind of scrunch all around. And then I'm going to go to the other side. And I took Pretty Pig sections on the top, but they'll separate as they dry, and I can separate them by hand and just find my natural part line in there. And now that all that is finished, I'm going to go ahead and let it air dry for about 10 minutes before I put it in my t-shirt and plop, because I don't want that t-shirt to soak all the product right out of my hair. I'm going to let it settle in and soak in, and then I'm going to plop with my t-shirt. So it's been 10 minutes, and I just put my hair up in an old long sleeve t-shirt, and I'm going to let it plop for 20 minutes, then I will diffuse. Alright, so after diffusing, this is what it's looking like. It's not 100% dry, but it's about 90 to 95% dry, and it's still in the cast. I'm going to let it finish air drying tonight, and I will sleep in the cast and scrunch it out tomorrow morning. So that is my wavy curly style routine. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, and comment down below what your hairstyle routine is. I hope you all have a fantastic week, and I will see you all next Saturday. Bye!